What if I told you that you will have more interaction with your photographer than any other person on your wedding day? Yes, even your new husband or wife. I am with you by your side from before you even put on your dress and shoes, and usually until about the last dance of the evening. Choosing the right photographer for doing your wedding could be one of the most crucial decisions you make in the planning process. In today's video, I will be giving you some insider trading tips on how to properly vet and choose your wedding photographer. Hello everyone, my name is Bill Rice and I am a Tampa-based wedding and portrait photographer, and I have owned and operated Bill Rice Photography since 2006. In that time, I have photographed over 700 weddings, countless engagement sessions, tons of family portraits, and pretty much everything else under the sun. My focus of this channel is to help educate and guide you, future brides and grooms, about how to plan, execute, and enjoy your dream wedding. I have literally seen it all when it comes to weddings, and I want to share the good, the bad, and the ugly to help you along your planning process. So please give this video a like and consider subscribing to help my channel grow, so I will be able to spread my messages to other people just like you who are planning their weddings. As a professional wedding photographer, I hold some information that you can utilize when selecting your wedding photographer. Over the years, and having photographed hundreds of weddings, I have also educated many people on the importance of finding the best wedding photographer for your big day. It's not just about liking someone's images, but rather connecting on a personal level with the single most important vendor you will employ. A photographer's personality and demeanor can make or break the mood and flow of what can be a very stressful day. Not only does experience come into play, but also the photographer's attitude, capability, and disposition are crucial. It can hinder or simplify the overall success of one of the most important events of your life. There are 3 main topics to cover when selecting your wedding photographer, so let's get to it. The first thing you'll want to do in this order are like their work, your budget fits their pricing, and you like the photographer directly. Remember, you will interact with your photographer more than any other single person at your wedding. Liking the photographer's work is an obvious point. You should be able to see yourself in their portfolio of photos. This is the photographer's style they work with. Some photographers have a drastically different style and approach to weddings. Some work more traditionally with many posed photos, while others work documentarily with a fly-on-the-wall approach. Some will be considered fine art photographers, and others may have an editorial style. Even if you're not sure what each of these styles are, your gut will tell you the style that you like. Second, ask to see complete weddings, not just the best of the best on a website or a sample album. If I were to give a camera to a child, they would be able to put together a pretty decent portfolio of images from photographing only a few weddings. So ask your photographer to see complete weddings to dial in their style and consistency they bring to the table. A wedding photographer should be able to nail every wedding they approach with confidence and with a regularity to their images. After all, you hired them primarily based on their style. You should expect that style to reflect in your wedding images. The final point is to ask lots of questions in the consult. Find out just how experienced they are. At the end of this video, I will link another video with the top 26 questions you should ask your photographer in your consultation. In that video, I not only state the questions, but I give you my answers to each. Now, did you feel confident after your consult to hire the photographer? If not, look for a better fit. There are lots of great wedding photographers out there. If you don't click during your consult, it may be best to interview 1 or 2 more. Go with your gut. However, photographers get booked early. I am being booked over a year out in most cases. If you have a consult and you're satisfied with everything, it may be best to book their services immediately or in the next few days. Securing a wedding photographer can be the most important choice regarding vendors for your wedding. As a wedding photographer, I have heard all of the horror stories about hiring Uncle Bob or getting a friend to shoot your wedding or skimping on good enough. Just because someone is a photographer or had a good camera doesn't mean they're equipped to photograph weddings. In my career as a photographer, I have professionally photographed sports, food, corporate events, headshots, animals, and even worked in a studio as a commercial photographer. It took time and practice to learn each of these disciplines. So just because someone takes landscape photos like Ansel Adams doesn't mean they have what it takes to photograph a wedding. Investing in your photographer can be one of the wisest moves. Once the cake has been eaten, the flowers have wilted, and your guests have returned home, all you really have is each other and your wedding photos. I pride myself on approaching every wedding as if it were my own wedding. Every thought that went into selecting your flowers, colors, linens, bridesmaids' dress, decors, centerpieces, all of the minute details reflect time spent planning. I understand the importance of these decisions, and I capture all of your hard work with my camera. Your wedding only happens once, and my goal is to document every detail, emotion, subtlety, and significance of your day. Choose your wedding photographer wisely. If not, it might end up costing you more than just money. Thank you for watching.